Hey, now that I think about it, we don't mention our families very often in our conversations. How would we talk about it? Kind of describe them?
Of course I do. I feel like it's something I would want to ask you about in your time. Well, how about you start?
Well, my mother's first name is Maria, and my father's is Mario. Uncommonly from him, he doesn't have a second name unlike the rest of the family. Does your father have a peculiarity with his name too?
Well, curiously, my father's name like me, Eliud Silverio, and it's 45 years old and he's dedicated to being a steel manufacturer in a large factory that is a couple of minutes from where I live.
That's good to hear. My mom needs to wait very early for the bus the company sends to the block. But sometimes that bus passes earlier without telling the employees. But hey, at least my mom gets a free day at rest at home.
Interesting. Well, my mother is called Alejandra Elizabeth. In fact, both names are like my first two names because my name is Elliot Alejandro. She's 14 years old and my mother is dedicated more than anything to be a stylist and has her own business. Tell me something. Do you happen to have brothers?
Brothers? No. My parents had three daughters. I am the youngest. Being the little one in the family has its pros and cons. The advantage to get the care and affection most of the time, and the disadvantage is getting the most restrictions, mainly not being able to leave the house at dusk because it becomes dangerous, but it's understandable due to our times. Since my big sister Lucy was born in 1991, my sister in the middle Angie on 1999, and I am from 2001. Not only we are different in birthdays, but also in chosen professions. My big sister's work is related to filming, photography, video editing, more aimed for events and advertisement. My middle sister is in the economic field, international administration more specific, and I am the artist of the family. Also, fun fact, I'm studying to the same university as my big sister, but we took opposite paths as you heard.
Great! I have two brothers too. One small and one older. The youngest is just 12 years old and only likes to go to high school and play video games. My sister is 19 years old. She's like to go to high school and draw daily. Each one fills me with so much pride.
I admire my sisters too. My big sister is very skilled with the camera, something that I'm very clumsy at, and my middle sister is good with the numbers and company management, while I suck at math. We may have our differences at work, but that doesn't stop us from sharing good times and events with stuff that we like in common, like conventions or concerts.
Since you mention it, one thing I like to do with my family is go every week to the movies. And something I don't like about Tim, it's not taking advantage of Sundays to do something. You know, we have little rules in my house. We're not allowed to sleep somewhere else if the family doesn't know. We should always have our rooms clean and if someone uses the computer, it has to be to use through schedules. Do you something like that?
Well, the typical our house or rules. Doing the chores such as cleaning the dishes, taking out the trash is chosen to the one that is not busy at the moment. On Sundays we make the opposite. My mom suddenly wants to make a huge cleaning day. Whether it's the living room, the bathroom, or the kitchen, it will take hours until she's satisfied. There's a rule that doesn't apply daily is when my mom indicates us what not to eat or cook from the freezer, but that's just when she buys groceries for my grandmother. Other than that, due that our house is one floor only and we're currently four people in it, we sadly can't have pets. I mean, some cats enter the porch, but that's the closest we have. Even if we could, I know my parents will reject immediately. Does your household have pets?
Oh, of course I have pets. I had four chihuahuas. One called Scrappy, one called Darien, another called Parappa, and one called Luna. Plus, we have a cat, and its name is Mocha. Well, I have to go. Nice to talk with you.